Today, the Hawks team bus takes wideout Joe Juravicius past the hospital in St. Louis, where his young son died 2 years ago. Juravicius quietly says, "It has always been a hard place for me to play football."
The last time the Rams and Seahawks met, it was in last year's NFC playoffs. And it seems as though every time they get together, first place in the NFC West is on the line. That's because it usually is, and today is no exception as they meet as the top two teams in the NFC West, 2-2 Seattle and 2-2 St. Louis, and we've got it for you in Week 5 action of the NFL on Fox. Chris Johnson will open things off, returning the kick from Josh Brown. And Week 5 is underway. Johnson from the 1. He's got a seam. Johnson beats the kicker into the open field, and he is gone. No flags. Well, that's one way to start things off.
Yeah, you talk about a mental edge. That's one way to get Seattle thinking right off the bat. You come out and you take the opening kickoff all the way down the field for a touchdown. Now those guys over there are thinking already, oh my goodness, what have we gotten ourselves into?
The opening kick returned 99 yards by Johnson. Jeff Wilkins gets the extra point. And bim, bam, boom, the Rams are on top.
When we go back to this wedge, look at it, it's perfectly blocked, and then look at the seam that Chris Johnson is going to run through. Right there, perfectly blocked, and now all he's got to beat is Josh Brown, the kicker, and that's a mismatch every single time.
But you take a look at it, you see these numbers. This is why they are Matt Hasselbeck's security blanket. You take these out and you try and replace them with guys who really, other than Juravicius, have very little experience.
Yeah, you can't replace them, Kurt. You just have to have guys to fill in and try to do the best they can. Those guys right now, number 3 and number 4 in the league in receptions, and you just don't replace that with backup guys.
Tom Ruin just signed on Tuesday to punt for the Seahawks. Terry Fair backed up to the 8-yard line. In trouble, good open field tackle made by Isaiah Kazavinsky. Here's the rookie Reggie Hodges to kick from his end zone.
And that's to Seattle's advantage.
Hasselbeck over the middle. Max Strong, the fullback, makes the catch for the first down. And it gets even quieter. You wonder, all those people staying up watching the Cardinals clinch their division series last night against San Diego. Maybe not enough sleep, not enough Starbucks this morning or something.
Yeah, I'm sure that's part of the case. You can see them. They kind of look like they've been up late last night, huh? Look at her. Must have been partying hard last night.
She looks like it, huh? First down from the 36. Hasselbeck steps up, going for it all. DJ Hackett through his hands, and a flag. Travis Fisher there with him on the coverage, and they got the penalty.
That was a good throw. Matt Hasselbeck really stood in the pocket and allowed DJ Hackett to get down the field. You can see him stepping up and just waiting on DJ Hackett to come open. And this is one thing Hackett brings to this team, is he can run.
Pass interference. Defense number 22.
And that's it,
because
right?
The foul occurred in the end zone, and the ball is placed at the 1-yard line. First down.
And you saw Travis Fisher just get in there a little too early and really underestimated the speed of Hackett.
First and goal from the 1. The pitch to Alexander. Cuts it back, easy touchdown. "34-yard pass interference penalty set it all up, and Alexander took advantage."
The cutback by Sean Alexander. Watch him stretch the defense here. They think he's going to go outside, and then look at all the room inside. He just plants that left foot and turns it upfield. It's a great job by Alexander, setting up the block by Ryan Hannum, number 83.
And Josh Brown gets the extra point.
And what they really wanted to do was get Steven Jackson going early. So let's see if they get him some touches.
Bulger being pressured out of the backfield. Jackson, he's got running room. Steven Jackson into the open field, finally caught from behind at the 45. 27 yards on the catch and run. Jackson again. Steven Jackson into the secondary and down in Seattle territory at the 37-yard line. Give him 16 more. Not a bad backup, huh? Bulger. And that one may have slipped out of his hand, intended for Sean McDonald. He can't catch it in bounds, and Bulger, who's usually pretty accurate, a little bit off here today so far.
Yeah, we've seen him throw a couple balls that are un-Bulger-like.
Hasselbeck with time. Going up for Jaravicius, makes the catch. And Jaravicius stayed in bounds. DeJuan Gross finally knocked him out, but deep into Ram territory.
And Matt Hasselbeck doing a good job of buying time. There's nobody open down the field. He's not getting a lot of pressure, but he's feeling it coming from Hargrove, so he just floats to his left and buys some time. And watch Jaravicius stay active. Never give up on the route. You see, just finds an open spot and makes a big play for him. That's what a veteran presence will give you. A young guy may not make that play.
Under pressure, sacked. That's the old meet me at the quarterback between Adam Archuleta and Leonard Little of the Rams. Alexander with room. And Sean Alexander picks up 8.
And you see how Sean Alexander cuts that ball back. It starts out to the left side, and he's got such great vision and feet. Watch him bring the ball back to the right side, and this is something the Rams tried to prepare for. And you see that cutback right there, and now he's wide open down the field. That's something that they prepared for, and they know that that's how Alexander runs, but it's just so hard to prepare for it in practice.
Jeremy Urban brought in as a third receiver. Off the play fake. Jaravicius. First down, Seahawks.
But
you got a lot of jealousy issues, don't you?
Yeah, you know.
Hasselbeck. Wide open is Jeremy Stevens, and he'll score the touchdown. Remember that quiet crowd? They're not so quiet anymore.
And they're not cheering either.
So Josh Brown comes on for the extra point. And once again, the Seahawks are able to take advantage of a short field.
Just a blown coverage here by the Rams. You can see no one picks him up. Everybody is running in man coverage, but nobody picks up Jeremy Stevens. And that was a big issue for the Rams last week, and it's shown again here in the first quarter. And that was something that they really said that they were going to try to fix because it was unacceptable.
Seahawks showing blitz. They come. That one zipped out, Kevin Curtis. And he picks up the first down right in front of Kelly Herndon. Bulger over the middle again, going for Jeff Robinson, who caught it. Robinson, the tight end, who is not usually a pass-catching tight end, but with Brandon Manu Maliuna out, forced into duty and responding with a 28-yard reception. Bulger to the air again. And this time it's caught by Holt. Down to the 22-yard line. Bulger going for it all towards the end zone. Kevin Curtis, touchdown, St. Louis Rams. Jeff Wilkins for the extra point. And despite the sluggish start by this Rams offense, they are tied early in the second quarter. Mark Bulger seems to have found his rhythm. Hasselbeck, Joe Jaravicius, and Jaravicius picks up 6 yards. Caught by Stevens, first down, Seahawks. Gets it again. Big hole, Alexander out to midfield. Hasselbeck over the middle, open again. is Max Strong out of the backfield, and Strong will make it down inside the 25. Off the play fake. Zips that one to Jared Vicious, and Jared Vicious will go into the end zone for the touchdown. 24 yards on the score, and the Seahawks retake the lead.
Impressive drive by Matt Hasselbeck. They get the run going with Sean Alexander inside, then they mix the passes.
With a 91-yard drive and retake the lead, it's now 21-14. Seahawks have scored on 3 of their 5 possessions so far, all of them touchdowns. The last one to Joe Juravicius.
Then Joe Juravicius, 24 yards into the end zone. He will draw an M in that end zone to honor his son, Michael. Career highs for Joe Juravicius.
Been the dominant team today. Bulger open. Torrey Holt one-hands it. Oh, you talk about a blown coverage in the secondary. That one's good enough for 24 for the Rams.
Oh my. That wasn't a blown coverage. That was just a guy getting beat. Kelly Herndon in man coverage, and he's just going to fall down on this corner route by Torrey Holt. But watch this catch. My goodness, it doesn't get any better than that. Just a one-hand grab, just goes up. Look at this. Just one hand and just stabs it right out of the air.
At hard count again, gets the Seahawks. And Bulger going to Sean McDonald. McDonald with the catch. Rams going with 4 wide receivers and Marshall Faulk. Bulger has the time underneath Curtis, and Kevin Curtis going to be out near that first down marker.
Isaac Bruce has helped him tremendously.
Bulger going up top for Holt, got the catch and the touchdown.
You're going to see just matched up single coverage. Torrey Holt on Marcus Trufant. He just gets that outside release and just runs right away from Trufant. And look at him just snatch the ball out of the air and bring it to his body. Look at this. He just snatches it, brings it right to his body, tucks it away so that there's no way that ball's going to come out when he hits the ground.
Hasselbeck still sharp out to Jeremy Urban, and Urban makes his first catch of the season. Another guy just brought in because of the injuries at wide receiver as they run the hurry-up offense.
But again, they don't have any hesitation of trying to go to any of those guys out there.
This time, Juravicius, and Juravicius gonna be right at the first down sticks. Less than a yard short. Max Strong, big hole into Ram territory down at the 45. And Hasselbeck is one of those quarterbacks that does like the quick rhythm and seems to be effective in the 2-minute drive, as this time he gets it out to his tight end, Jeremy Stevens, and Stevens going to be down inside the 25.
Yeah, Hasselbeck does a great job in the hurry-up, calling his own plays. And see, Seattle, St. Louis is the one that seem to be confused on defense. They've got guys running open all over the place.
22-yard pickup on that one, and the Seahawks will use their first timeout. Josh Brown on for a 34-yard attempt. And this one is good. And that'll be the final play of the first half. It started with a score, and it ends with a score. The Seahawks and the Rams fighting for first place in the NFC West. Seattle goes into the locker room up 24-21. They begin at the 25. He's got time. DJ Hackett goes up and pulls it down. Hackett with the catch, forced out of bounds by Travis Fisher, but the reception is good. And Hackett has been a big contributor today for the Seahawks.
Yeah, he sure has, but they originally wanted to go to Jeremy Urban to the left, and he's covered. You can see Hasselbeck has to come all the way back to DJ Hackett on the right side. It does a good job catching the ball. Fisher forces him out of bounds, but Hasselbeck shows the poise to come all the way back across the field.
Rams starting at their own 9-yard line. Bulger, Torrey Holt, first down out across the 25. Bulger in trouble and sacked. Craig Terrell with the second sack of the day for the Seahawks.
They brought 8 guys that time. They played man coverage with the free safety, but everybody's going to come. And Claude Terrell is going to be the guy that ends up getting the sack, but everybody's coming up front. You can see when you bring that many guys, the Rams just don't have that many to block them, so somebody's going to come free.
Reggie Hodges on for the punt. He's had punting issues today as well. Jimmy Williams, as Hodges just gets that one off. Williams from the 40. Down the sideline. The punter, Hodges, forced to knock him out of bounds, but not until he got to the 37 of the Rams. He's already made one from 34, and this one is good as well. So the Seahawks extend the lead now to 6. To the air on second down. Bulger can't find a receiver, and he's sacked for the 3rd time. This time it's Rocky Bernard.
Bulger, he's known to hold the ball long to let those receivers get down the field. They like to run deeper routes, but the Seahawks are getting good pressure on Rocky Bernard. Outside is just going to come. He's going to drop. Actually, he's going to come from the other side, and you can see Bulger's just holding the ball a little too long, and Rocky Bernard just comes from the inside and gets the sack. But that's kind of the MO of Mark Bulger and the Rams this passing attack, is they hold the ball sometimes too long.
4 receivers looking for the 34 to keep the chains moving. Going up top, into coverage, intercepted. Lofa Tatupu, and the 2nd-round pick out of USC gets his first ever pick in the National Football League. But there is a flag way downfield. Well, you know, Lofa Tatupu was a kid, I mean, wondered where he was going. I mean, came out of high school, had to go to the University of Maine, but thought he could do better and actually wound up dead.
Yeah, and knew he could do better, and so ends up walking on at USC, transferring there, and you know, everything else worked out for him. But he always plays with the chip on his shoulder. He says he always has something to prove to all the doubters out there.
Hasselbeck underneath Jaravicious, first down and more, as Jaravicious gets down to the 25-yard line. Hasselbeck rolling, directing traffic, and diving forward for a gain of about 6 yards on that play. And I tell you what, Hasselbeck, not exactly the most fluid of quarterbacks, but you talked about Mosey's dad. His dad played with the Patriots as well, Don Hasselbeck. And of course, Matt, growing up around football and, you know, getting a chance to see 2 guys whose fathers played for the same team now as teammates later on in the National Football League, and both today having big games for the Seahawks. Sean Alexander with a hole. Alexander's second effort into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. $18 yards on the run by Alexander, his second touchdown of the game.
And again, that's the play that they almost broke earlier, that Anthony Hargrove made the tackle on, and this time there's nobody out there, and Alexander's able to sprint to the edge, get to the corner where he likes to get to, and make a guy miss.
Josh Brown puts the extra point through, and suddenly the Seahawks are up by 13 points.
Alexander just follows Max Strong, number 38, to the edge. Max Strong, one of the best blocking fullbacks in the league, and you can see there's nobody out there. And then now he makes Mike Furry, number 25, miss. Then he just takes it into the end zone. He is very tough. Look at Jeremy Urban. He's a guy that just came back This week, he's downfield fighting, making a block, and does just enough on Corey Ivy to allow Sean Alexander to just run through him into the end zone.
Alexander with his second score of the day. Rams playing catch-up. Steven Jackson gets away. Jackson finally wrapped up as the ball came out, but he was down. They need more numbers like that out of Mark Bulger, 10 of his last 11. Handing off to Steven Jackson on the draw play, and Jackson taking advantage all the way out to the 44. Good run by Steven Jackson, 14 yards on that one. On third down. Out to Sean McDonald, first down Rams.
What's the call?
Someone asking what the call is. Hopefully they'll find out before the snap. Underneath Jackson, running room. Down to the 11-yard line. Third and short. Ball's inside the 4. The pitch to Jackson. Cutting it back. Jackson, touchdown Rams.
You better be able to get in when you're close.
Jeff Wilkins with the extra point. Bulger looking for Holt. Incomplete. It hit Marcus Trufant in the back. I guess that means you got good coverage.
Yeah, and what it is, it's called two-man. So you play under and behind the receiver. He's just going to let Torrey Holt go up, and then he just gets right behind him because he has safety help over the top, and you can see Hamlin right there over the top. That's just a good job of using his technique and playing to the coverage and knowing where his help is.
It was almost like a kick save by a goalie. You know, just let it ball hit wherever on your body it does. Reggie Hodges straight up. Jimmy Williams standing on the 50-yard line with a fair catch. Only 28 yards on that punt by the rookie. This punt sets up the Seahawks at the 50. Off the play fake, Joe Jaravicius. 12-yard gain and a first down. And the Seahawks right now on offense on second down looking. Hasselbeck out to Jaravicius, catch number 8. Right near that first down marker, and it looks like he got enough. Yes, he thinks he did.
Yeah, so there you have it.
Jaravicius again, and right at another first down. We'll see where they spot it. Well, we'll let the official Jaravicius do it.
Yeah. 2
catches in a row, he signaled the first down.
Yeah, he knows exactly where that first down marker is, and they're running a lot of boots and delayed stuff and getting him out into the flat, and you can see they blitz off of him, so he blitz adjusts. And now Archuleta's, or actually that's Mike Furry's, got a long way to go to get to him. So he's just running away from that safety and getting up the field.
Josh Brown looking for his 3rd field goal of the day. This one from 28 yards away. And it hit the upright, bounced in. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. It's good if you can do both. From the shotgun. Bulger, wide open, Torrey Holt, and Holt steps out of bounds, but only after crossing the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and they keep getting Kelly Herndon on this corner route, and Kelly Herndon is playing cover 2, so he's got the flat, but he's got to continue to drop under that corner route, and you can see he bites on Sean McDonald up close, and that opens up the corner route with Torrey Holt, and it's just too far for his safety that time, Marquand Manuel, to get over there.
19 yards, and Holt now over 100 receiving. Over the middle of the field, Sean McDonald, he goes down right at the 41 of Seattle. Bulger pulls it down. Still looking, back over the open field, finds Torrey Holt, and he's stopped about a yard shy of the first by Lofa Tatupu. And the Rams are going to go for it.
Yeah, you've got to go for it here with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left. But Torrey Holt did a good job of working back to Mark Bulger and giving him a target. after everything broke down. But again, the confusion was caused by Leroy Hill. That time he shows blitz, but now he drops back into coverage, and he was dropping right exactly where Bulger was wanting to throw the ball.
They need really about a foot here. The pitch to Steven Jackson. He's got room and a first down plus. Steven Jackson down to the 15. Jackson wanted 20 carries. He's got 17 so far. Under pressure. Big hit laid on Mark Bulger. Chuck Darby with the sack. It gets in. The Rams get points. They inch a bit closer. And it's now a 37-31 contest with less than 4 minutes remaining. Here's the pressure. Hasselbeck gets away. Still looking for a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyoka Jackson finally chased him down as Hasselbeck was running for his life.
And the problem that they had there, Hasselbeck did a good job of buying some time, but nobody got open down the field, and no one tried to get open down the field. Watch Peter Warrick up here and Urban up top. Once the play breaks down and things start to scramble, nobody works back to him. You can see there's really nobody open, nobody working down the field, and that's what you get when you have young guys or guys that aren't used to playing.
Tom Ruin's kick taken by Sean McDonald. McDonald lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered. J.P. Darsh, the long snapper, in the right place at the right time.
Trying to do too much. Trying to make a play. You don't secure the football. Sean McDonald here thinks he's going to be the guy to make a big play and win the game for him. You can see just doesn't secure the football. He's got that ball, trying to switch hands with it. It just comes out. Watch him at the end. That ball's waving around. Looks like he tries to switch it to his left hand. It just gets knocked out.
And the Seahawks may be bailed out by the turnover.
Now you've got to run the ball.
Absolutely. 2:51 remaining. And they do hand it off to Alexander. Alexander bouncing it outside. Sean Alexander down the sideline inside the 20. Well, you wondered why they didn't do this the last possession, but they may get away with it.
Yeah, they may get away with it, and that was a great play. The only thing that could have made it better is if Sean Alexander would have stayed in bounds.
And with the run, Alexander goes over the 100-yard mark. 23 carries, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Alexander. He gets it again. Spinning. And a 7-yard gain.
This is the point in time where you've got to tackle the football. One guy wrap the guy up, and the second guy come in and try to knock that ball loose.
Alexander right up the gut. And Alexander will pick up another first down. So the only chance the Rams have of having this clock stop is when it gets to the 2-minute warning. And the Seahawks will get the win to go to 3-2 on the season, while St. Louis will fall to 2-3, riding a 2-game losing streak. And today we talked about needing guys to come through. The big 3 that they relied on did come through. Matt Hasselbeck, over 300 yards passing, no interceptions and 2 touchdowns. Sean Alexander, 2 more touchdowns. And Joe Jurevicius off the bench for a career day. And
they beat the Rams, something that they haven't done in a while. They beat the Rams, and especially on the road here in St. Louis, a big, big mental boost for Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle had never, since the formation of this new alignment back in 2002, had never won here in St. Louis. But now they snap a 4-game losing streak to the Rams overall, and they get the victory on the road. 37-31 is the final.